what happened is that it is not that bad. It's not even bad. Okay. What happened is they have to put together in the lab. Okay. They'll say, okay, protein, calorie, protein, this and that. They shall put them inside the seed and give you to go and plant. Worms can't eat them. Okay. Ants or insects can't even eat or touch the flowers, touch their stem. And they bring out more yield. And they are telling people that, listen, this is not going to America to buy. They are already doing it in Nigeria. So ignore all this panic. But guess what? They are ignoring that part of the environmental degradation, the environmental ruin, the soil destruction that comes with this technology. One thing means everywhere. Everywhere. Hey. Man, well, that is that. But I don't think the Fulani cows will be able to touch GMO corn like the normal one. Take a look at the destruction they've done to this man's farm. Just the typical, another weekend of Fulani terrorists' wickedness. Another weekend of wickedness. God damn it, man. Take a look.
Unu le anya ọ na-afụ ife anyị na-ahụ n'ugbo n'ụtụtụ a. Unu le anya ọ na-afụ ka o si dị ka agụgụ ọka before. Ọka anụ a bụ ọka aka na-epupụta. Ọka anụ a bụ ọka 1 month and 1 week ka ọka anụ a bụ. Anyị bịasịrị ugbo ebe anụ nyaa tiesie akpụ were naba. Lee na ife anyị na-afụ n'ụtụtụ a ka ndị Fulani ndị na-achịgharị efi nsi wee kporo efi ha bịa kporo anyị n'ugbo n'abalị were sụzie ugbo ahụ ka asụrụ akwụ. Unu legharịa anya unu na-afụ ihe ọnụwa bụ ugbo akọrọ n'ime 8+ which is about 16 chains. If ugbo ọnụwa bụ 16 chains ka ọ dị. Lee na ife ka ndị Fulani si wee bịa dị nsụọla anyị ugbo a ka akwụ sụọ ya ka asụrụ field. Lee saizi ọka dịbụ ya adị. Unu lee anya unu afụ ndị nke ha tafọdụ atafọdụ. Unu lee anya unu afụ ndị nke atafọdụ atafọdụ ka saizi ya ha. Ọka anụwa bụ ọka ị ga-eme ịrapụ ya in the next 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks na ọka anụwa ga-ama ajata na ọka anụwa ga-eti ebe ogbe na-arụ. Mana lee na ife ndị Fulani ndị na-achịgharị efi lee ka ha si were mee ya bụ ọka taa ya na-enweghị nke atafọdụ n'ime ya. Ha tara ọka na-enweghị nke atafọdụ. Lee ndị nke ha tafọdụ atafọdụ lee ka saizi ya ara. Ike onye na-akọ ugbo n'ụwa ka ha jidere kịta na-identify ya. Lee ka ndị nke ha tafọrọ atafọdụ lee ka saizi ha na-agbanyeghị na ndị ọnụ abụsịkwa ndị obere ndị ya. Mana lezienụ ka ugbo ahụ dị na ka unu fụ ka ha si wee mee ya bụ ugbo na-atara ya taa ya nke na-enweghị nke atafọdụ. Legodu nke a na-eleni anya ka ọ dị. Na-eleni anya emesịa asị efi ha na-achịgharị. Lee na ife ha na-eme akụ ọ na-emebi na akụ ibe ya. Bikono lesi ụkwụ ha n'ala. Lesi ụkwụ efi ahụ. Lee ka esi kpụrụ igwe efi kpiri mmadụ n'ugbo ya. Lee na ihe ha mere ya bụ ugbo. Lee ka esi sụọ ugbo anụ a sụọ ya ka asụrụ field. Sụọ ya ka asụrụ field. Lee na ya ka ha si sụ ugbo mmadụ afụfụ mmadụ ụtara ata. Legodu na ya ọ bụkwa sọnsọ ebe a n'azụ ụlọ okịta na-adị ebe a. Enwekwere nke ha tara ebe a. Ego nwaanyị mmadụ nata ndị Lapo were gbuo ugbo 380,000 naira n'ihe ọ natara ndị Lapo were gbuo ugbo. O gbusigo ugbo a mgbe ọ ga-eji eri uru ugbo a. Lee na ihe ndị Fulani mere ugbo mmadụ. Lee na ihe Fulani na-achị efi mere ugbo mmadụ. Ha tara ya fuo ya rima n'ukwu. Unu fụsịrị ya. Ha tasịrị ya dị fuo ya ma n'ukwu. Orianụ mmadụ ya tụọ onwe ya mbụ. O ruzie echi afọ ha kpụrụ mmọchụgharịba ha asụ na o mekwe. Onye ka emebidiri ife ya obi adị ya mma. Ife njem unu vidiyo nụ atata bụ ka onye ọbụla mata lee ya afụfụ mmadụ tara ata afụfụ mmadụ tara ata bụ ihe legodunu ugbo mmadụ o jiri nnukwu ego were ọrụ legodunu anya n'ugbo mmadụ ka Fulani siri bịa wakpu ya overnight dị nta anya na-atafọdụ ihe otu mkpụrụ legodunu anya biko nụ ndị be anyị orianụ mmadụ ya tụkwa onwe ya mbụ legodunu anya ugbo mmadụ kwụnụ fụ ka esi sụ ya akwụ ọ dị ka ọka anọwa ọmịgo ogbe.
Well, that's someone who is able to make a video of the destruction of his farm, 8 plots of farm. You've seen that, and then I just wanted him to complete his rant. It's a longer video, but yeah, you probably heard enough. Destroy their farms, and that is the reason why Nigeria is facing hunger. Nigeria is going to face famine. Nigeria is going to face serious starvation. And the food inflation crisis in Nigeria will continue to rise. Because every time you say, because there are some of you, right? There are some of you. Maybe say, I don't even know, maybe now, they worry you. Here you get. Like in your own comfort zone, it's so convenient to point fingers and say, you know what, our people are just too lazy. They don't want to farm anymore. The way they call people lazy, you don't get farm up. But since you have money to buy food produced by people like that who are being kicked off their farms in their tens of thousands. If you go to northern Nigeria and you see the attack on these farms and the farmers, where you hear that 70 people killed, most of them will be farmers. Over 100 farmers beheaded in Borno. These other farmers beheaded there. The farmers killed there. Farmers killed there. Their farms attacked and destroyed. But somehow, some of you still think that, you see, our people are just so lazy sometimes. Instead of them to go back, there is land everywhere. Instead of you to go back and plant. It's giving the vibe of you giving excuses for the criminals, okay? And then blaming the victims and say, why don't you go back to farm? Well, those who have come back to farms, or those who have lived to tell their stories, that's part of their stories. And that is why food will continue to be very expensive in Nigeria, not because there are no lands. It's because their Fulani terrorists will continue to destroy those farms intentionally. Then maybe you can plant a GMO on them to make the entire land finally useless for centuries to come. Imagine your own children won't be able to farm except they have to go and buy the chemical seed, because it is the world we are living in now, isn't it? So, I don't know. I've seen this video. Somebody said I should share this video, but you would have to pray for me. I checked to see the original source. I didn't get the original source, so I would have given them their credits, right? But for educational purposes, right, it is not just seed that they are giving you to plant, to get corn, to get maize, to get maize, to plant, to get a watermelon, bananas. Yes, they have seed for everything. But they have seed. Okay, that one is not seed. I don't know, Sha. They have this thing they have made. They call the GMO chicken. Have you seen one? Or have you seen GMO pigs? Yeah, this that you're about to watch. They were not naturally hatched like normal way that chicken will lay egg and then they will hatch the egg and then you have the chicks come out. These ones are lab created chicken, and because of the way they mix the gene together, the chicken grew up without feathers, and they are called the GMO chicken. For your views only.
Of developing broilers.
If
Tinubu wins,
all of you are going into John.
That is God has spoken. bí mo ṣe ń sọ yìí náà ni kẹ́ ṣe jù
Just
live
let it
bẹ́ẹ̀
go live. Let it go live as spoken.
bí mo ṣe sọ yìí.
Just the way I've said it.
jẹ́ ń sọ lóyìnbó kọ́ lè mọ̀ pé mo mọ̀ nǹkan tí mò ń
Let me
sọ.
say it in English so that they will
sọ
understand.
Yorùbá ẹ̀ mo sọ Yorùbá ẹ̀.
Okay, sir.
If Nigerians vote for APC,
Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tó bá dìbò fún ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú
Nigeria will
APC.
sink.
Kódà
We
Nàìjíríà yóò wọ inú
will
ìrà.
swindle in poverty,
A ó
and
bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní
the
wẹ̀
economy
nínú
will be
òṣì.
in shambles.
Kódà ọrọ̀ ajé wa yóò lọlẹ̀ sí i.
If the government of APC continues,
Tí ìjọba APC bá tẹ̀síwájú.
Nigeria will suffer extraordinary.
Kódà ìyà orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà yóò wà ní ìlọ́po
I'm not
ìlọ́po.
in support of anybody.
Mi ò tiẹ̀ fọwọ́ tẹ ẹnikẹ́ni
As
lẹ́yìn.
a matter of fact, I don't vote,
Kódà mi ò tiẹ̀ ń dìbò.
and I will never vote.
Kódà mi ò tí gbà kan ní dìbò.
I am telling you that
Mo ń sọ fún un pé
we have never seen Archie before.
a ò tiẹ̀ tí ì ní ìnira tó.
Then this is when we now experience more Archie.
Kódà aṣẹ̀wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ìnira ni.
We will be sick, the economy will be sick.
Kódà àṣàrẹ̀ ọjọ́ ajé wa náà yóò ṣòjòjò.
I'm not saying anybody should like
Mi
me.
ò fẹ́ kẹ́nikẹ́ni kó fẹ́ràn mi o.
If I bring a letter to you tomorrow,
Tí n bá mú lẹ́tà wá
if
sọ́dọ̀
I
rẹ
bring
lọ́la,
appeal fund to you, don't
bá ní
give
pé kó
it
tiẹ̀
to
fún mi
me.
lówó kó ràn mí lọ́wọ́ bí wọ́n má tiẹ̀ fọ́
But
sí o.
that's what the Lord have said.
Torí ntọ́nà ń wí rèé.
And I stand, and that's why I make the pronouncement.
Mo dẹ̀ sì dúró lórí rẹ̀
This
ní jẹ́ kí n
is a
sọ.
prophecy.
Àní àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ rèé.
Kò jù yẹn lọ.
It's not much more than that.
Sefini. Could you bet law? So now people won't even have an idea of what they are putting into their system. Since yesterday, was it yesterday, 2 days ago, or 2 nights ago? Princess Balogun came here and she was like, don't you know that all the seedless fruit that you have is GMO or momofe mad? In me where they chop grapes, seedless and all of that. I had to go back into my research again. Like, she want a GMO in the UK. So normally it is expected that whatever they are making with all of these things, whether not the fruit or whether not the chicken or whether not the beef or, by law in the UK, they must write it boldly on the pack and tell you this is a GMO. So when you go to the store in the UK, don't think all that beef that you are picking, all those things you are picking up, right? They are just like normal. So right here in the UK, we have shops that actually really sell GMOs. Indeed. But they have to state it like this is GM or something like a BE. Something like that. They have to put that sign on that pack. So it's your choice now to pick it and say, I want it or not. Waitrose is one of them. So I shop in Asda and Tesco. So they actually have to boldly say no. Any of our range products, we do not sell any GMO products, right? But, we do not sell them in our range, right? But there are our suppliers. We have also told all those who are supplying stuffs to our store, they should supply us stuff that has no GMO. So definitely, there is a system here I can trust and believe that what I'm putting in my system is not. But can you say same in Nigeria? Like how many people are even aware? I know this is for us, all of us to be aware wherever you live. Apply. This applies to you. Okay? These countries will let you plant GMO on any part of their soil, not in the UK and so many other countries like that. But where they were allowed to plant them or experiment all this, right? They are totally controlled. And the citizens are supposed to be aware. But you have a call APC. Sorry, can be your case. All of you where they go Nigeria, where they chop amala, where they chop chicken, where they chop all of that. Be very, very careful. That your sweet corn. I love sweet corn. But when Princess said something about that, you mean sweet corn is also GMO? Come on. He said, well, not all of them, but they can be. Check. Okay, this is not GMO. It lied to me. You know, say I can actually become a multimillionaire by saying they lied to me. I don't want GMO. Just saying. Or you have the APC, in charge. And when that man said, he knows what he's saying. 2 days ago in Abeokuta, and look at this guy struggling. Yeah.
ìgbéra kan gbé kóònù omi náà ni. àgbàdo bọ̀ jẹ́
ó ti tó ayé ọ̀kadà ló kó mọ́ wa.
Meanwhile, somewhere in Anambra, Soludo is celebrating what they call the state with the most transparent fiscal. I don't know, like it. Okay, maybe you would understand. He's telling the market women here. Let me show you. Yes, they said that fiscal transparency, which means that Soludo, as governor of Anambra, out of the 36 state governors in Nigeria, is the only state where you can access their book, their financial book, how much they are making and how much they are spending and how they are spending that without any stress. And he went on to meet the market men and women, which all look so happy. He's their governor. So that is that. Now, I'm thinking of taking calls on Sunday sermon. I never really take calls on Sunday sermons, right? But because I was not here last night, so maybe we should try it today. So if you are still going to be here, right? You could pick up that phone and call in and then add your own voice to this, to your views. I will be back.
Nigeria, we are hungry. No food, no light, no water. Pepe is cost, garri is cost. We can't even buy rice. See our children hungry. No food, no light, no water. Pepe water. Pepe is cost, garri
Hello there.
Hello, how you doing? I greet you.
I greet you too, Baba. How are you?
Happy Sunday, Baba.
Say that again. Oh, happy Sunday to you too.
I said happy Sunday.
Same to you, Baba. Same to you.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, my well done. We thank God.
Thank you.
Yeah. My the thing don't work so.
Tell me about it.
It's like say for Nigeria now, the hunger we did here now, people they cut yam, this 2 bags of yam.
I saw that too. 500 naira for 4 pieces.
Yeah, you know, say this water now, water will be say way person they even boil. You know, say that they put water for nylon now, they all for street.
Don't say that like ice water or what?
Yes, like that. Not you know, normally pure water, they all pure.